Hello, and welcome to my Leech Defender guide. This guide is intended for people who have level 5 Defender already that want to get into leeching. This is not a guide for people who want to learn Defender to get a torso in World 306 or to get level 5 Defender for their diary. For that, I would highly recommend Lord Shane's Defender guide. My guide will assume you have a basic knowledge of Defender mechanics by watching Lord Shane's Defender guide already. If you don't know the basics of Defender, please watch his video first. There are a few requirements for becoming a Defender. The first is to have the Imkando hammer. The Imkando hammer is a wieldable hammer. This allows you to bring the hammer into Barbarian Assault without needing to pick up a hammer mid-round. The next thing I would recommend is the BA minigame plugin and the BA call highlight plugin. You can find both of these plugins in the plugin hub by searching BA minigame. And finally, I would turn on tile indicators with highlight true tile. There's a difference between where the hitbox of your character is and where the model appears to be. The true tile will show exactly where your hitbox is, while the model will lag behind. Next, let's talk about some terminology used in Barbarian Assault. Overstocking is when the healer grabs extra good food at the start of the round. In order for the healer to do this, the defender needs to call immediately as soon as the round starts. This is called an overstock call. You will overstock call on waves 4 and higher. In order to overstock call, you need to right-click your horn in your inventory at the end of the round. The menu stays up in between rounds. Let's talk about timings and what they mean. If I say watch where the 48-second runner goes, what does that mean? It means a runner will spawn at 48 seconds after the round has started. You can use your 30-second call timer to keep track of how much time has passed. In this example, 48 seconds will be when your timer says 12 seconds on the second call. The timer is also very important for multi-killing and soft multi-killing runners. A multi-kill is when all runners will die even if the saw only has one charge left. A soft multi-kill requires 2 saw charges. The saw will kill the first runner, then it will activate again and kill all remaining runners. You can multi-kill every 6 seconds. You click to step off your trap at 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. A soft multi-kill is halfway in between those multi-kill timings, meaning these happen when your timer says 3, 9, 15, 21, and 27. With a multi-kill, you have to be tick perfect. If you are 1 tick early or 1 tick late, the runners will not be multied. With a soft multi-kill, there is some leeway. You can soft multi a tick before and after those timings, and it will still work. We will take advantage of this little leeway on wave 6. Now, let's talk about crashing and what that means. Let's say a runner was targeting a food and walking towards it. If that food disappears due to it being picked up or eaten by another runner, its cycle will be broken and it will change its next action. This is called a crash. The runners are programmed to do a various of actions. These actions can include spawning, move, target a food, eating, etc. The runner's next action will be different depending on when it crashes in its cycle. A hard crash means the runner's next action will not target the next food on the ground. It has skipped its step in its programming. This means when the runner moves, it will move randomly. That is a hard crash. A soft crash means the runner's next action will target a food. Then it will move towards the food. The soft crashes occur the same time when you soft multi-kill. In this example here, I soft crash the runners at 39, then place food north, and the runners will target the most recently dropped food. Then, when they come back, I multi them. One of the main jobs of a defender is to lure the healers. Notice in this same example, I have taken aggro from this healer on the north side of the wall. I have lured it into a corner. This is to help your healer to spam food on the healers as fast as possible. When healers spawn, they will target a player within their aggro range. Once they tag a player, they will switch their target to a runner. Once they tag a runner, they will switch back their target to a player, and the cycle continues. If there are no runners left on the field, and the healer is attempting to target a runner, they will randomly wander the map. There are times where we will send our runners north to switch the aggro of the healers back onto us so that we can lure them. Sending our runners north is called a relure. Although I know this looks complicated, I will show you how to do this step by step. Reserves are runners that won't spawn until a runner has died on the field. For this reason, there will be some waves you need to wait until the saw kills 2 or more runners before you start stacking your runners to multi-kill them. You will need to make sure all the runners have spawned before multi-killing. On wave 6 and higher, you will grab logs, and you will be close enough to the attacker that you will draw aggro from the attacker's NPCs, and they will attempt to follow you back on the east side. To keep the NPCs on the west side, the attacker and collector set up a wall, and this wall is called the AC block. To make sure this block is effective, you need to be at the southern log at 24 seconds. If you are south of the log at 24 seconds, the NPCs will walk around the wall they created and follow you east. If you know you are going to be late to logs, just run north until you're on the same row as the logs. This will still be good for you to grab logs without dragging the attacker NPCs to the east side. Now, with all of that out of the way, let's break down each wave and its variations that can happen. I will show the basic requirements for each wave and then some advanced mechanics. Learn the basic methods first, then trial for a Barbasalt clan, and then come back and learn the advanced methods once you pass your trial. If you try to learn the advanced methods right from the start, you're going to hinder your progress greatly as you just don't have the fundamentals down yet. Before each round, I will display a pre-round overview of the wave for a few seconds. You may pause the video and read the overview if you wish. Then I will show a clip of me completing each wave. A more in-depth overview will be in the video description. Place 2 food directly on the saw for wave 1. Place your trail food as you run to your main stack and drop 2 food on your main stack. After your main stack, get tagged by the healers by running east. This way you will drop aggro by the healers before you move towards mid and they will not follow you. You will do this on every single wave, therefore I will no longer say drop healer aggro after main stack in the pre-round overview. After dropping aggro, run west to block the second runner from going all the way west. You will only need to block the runner for 1 tick. There is no benefit for blocking the runner for more than 1 tick, as the result will be the same if you just block them for 10 ticks or 1 tick, the round will end the same. As you saw in this clip, I left early and then had to run back to make sure the runner got blocked. For both waves 2 and 3, you will place your trap food on the northwest tile of the trap. Place your trail in main stack. Drop healer aggro. If the first runner is east, stand on the yellow tile I have marked near the runner's spawn. If the first east runner is not blocked, the rest of the runners will crash. After that, grab a 1 log and repair the trap. Normally, the final runner will be blocked by your healer. However, there will be some rounds the healer will be healing the collector by the wall and will not block your runner. For these rounds, block your last runner before going to the trap. Another thing you can do, if you're fast enough, is to run out of the healer's aggro range when it spawns at 18. If your true tile is 2 tiles west of the northern log at 18, you have successfully dodged the healer aggro when it spawns, and the healer will not target you. This prevents the healer from going mid. And finally, you should call the direction of your last runner in clan chat. In this case, I should say east because a blocked runner is the same timing as an east runner. The reason why you should call this out in chat is because if the attacker finishes early, they can force the round to end sooner. Place 4 food northwest of the trap. After the main stack, drop your healer aggro. If the first runner is east, stand on the yellow tile to block them. If the second runner is west, stand north of the blue tile to block them. Grab 1 log and run to the trap and wait for the call to change. You want to call for the healer before you repair the trap. This is because you cannot call during the repair animation. If the third runner is east or a blocked west, place a food south or southwest of the trap to prevent a crash. Then get ready to overstock call for the next round. Since I have not yet showed what blocking an east runner looks like for either waves 2 or 3, this is a clip of me doing that. For wave 3, you can dodge the attacker's NPC's aggro by being to the east tile of where the runners spawn at 18 before you grab your logs. Then, you can block your own third runner before going to your trap. Runners will move 3 seconds after spawning. You can click on the third second to run to your trap, and that will block the runner for exactly 1 tick. Remember, if the third runner is east or a blocked west, place a food south or southwest of the trap. As soon as you spawn in, Overstock call for your healer. We'll now place 4 food on the north tile of your trap for the rest of the game. After dropping healer aggro, block the first east runner, then run in front of the healer cave. Drop aggro on the 18-second healer before going back to your trap. You will not grab logs this round. This is the first round where you will multi-kill runners with 1 saw charge. Once the final runner targets the trap food, step off on one of the multi-kill timings. As long as the runner is targeting the food, the runner will die by the saw even if it is not next to you at the time of stepping off of the food. There will be times where the runners stand on top of each other and will multi-kill naturally. To split up the runners, place 1 food northwest of the trap before multi-killing the rest. Wave 5 is very similar to Wave 4. We'll place safety food on this blue tile, then you will move into the corner and wait for the 12-second healer to spawn to dodge its aggro. Then you will continue and do the same thing as you did on Wave 4. Once you get back to your trap, place the remaining good food. There are 5 runners on Wave 5 instead of 4 runners. For Wave 6, OS call and delay 12 seconds. Be sure you are at the southern log at 24. Pick up 2 logs. The logs will spawn at the 24th second, so you can stay in place to pick up 2 logs. Run back to the trap and wait for 2 runners to die. Call for your healer first, then repair. Drop some food and wait for the soft multi-kill 1 tick before 45. It is important that the 42 healer is lured onto the north side of the wall. Once your healer traps them onto the wall, walk to the east tile of your trap, drop a food, and then kill your runners by walking south, as you don't want to move the healer that is aggroed onto you. For the advanced mechanics of Wave 6, you can dodge the healer aggro like you did on Wave 2 before you pick up logs. In this method, you will only need to grab 1 log. When you get back to your trap, call for your healer, then repair. Soft multi at 39 instead of 44.4, and drop 3 food east. Then quickly place a Relure food north on the pink tile or next to the pink tile. Either one will work. OS call and delay for 12 seconds. After the main stack, drop healer aggro and grab 1 log at 24. When running back to your trap, avoid getting tagged by the healers. Call for the healer, repair your trap, and drop 2 food. At 42 seconds, you will fake multi. A fake multi is when you step off of the food at a multi timing, but you put down another food to redirect the runners away from the trap. Put a Relure food 2 tiles east from your trail tile. From there, you will put another food 2 tiles north and 3 tiles east. Then, the last food will be placed on the pink tile. Run to the cubby at the wall. At 60 seconds, call for your healer and immediately run to the yellow tiles, then to the cannon. This will split the healers and avoid them stacking on top of each other. Then, get ready to OS call for the next round. For no logging on Wave 7, run back to your trap after placing the main stack. After 1 runner dies, stand on your food and call for your healer. Fake multi at 36 by placing 1 food 2 tiles north and 2 tiles west from your trap food. Then place 4 food east of your trap, then 2 food on the northern pink tile. Once runners start running north towards the food on the pink tile, drop a food. Pick up the food on a soft multi timing. They will run back north and place another food and call for your healer. Pick up a food on the soft multi timing and the runners will be multied, and prepare to OS for the next round. Wave 8 starts off very similar to Wave 7. After placing the main stack, drop healer aggro and grab 1 log at 24. Wait for 2 runners to die and call for the healer and repair your trap. At 42 seconds, fake multi using the same tile as Wave 7. If the 42 runner runs east or south, use the same second tile as wave 7, then place all remaining good food north of the trap and wait in the cubby against the wall. Around 54 seconds, run south towards the horn and split the healers against the wall. Then get ready to OS call. Notice how when I ran south here, I delayed a few ticks at the end before going on the ramp at the horn. That is because if you run too fast and get to the horn too early, your runners will be out of render distance and the game will not register them eating food and they will not multi. So to fix this problem, delay a little bit so that the runners can catch up to the food. If the runner that spawns at 42 runs west, use the same Relure tile for the first food. Then for the second food, place it one tile south of where you normally place it. Then place all remaining good food west of the trap tile. For wave 8 specifically, your trail food has to be on the blue tile. If it is not on the blue tile, the runners will not target the second Relure food correctly, and they will split off and not multi. Here's an example of me doing wave 8 without knowing that information, and you get to see my reaction. Oh my god, I just miscalled for him. Why is there a runner there? Why? Why are there two runners there? If you notice you place a bad trail food, pick it up, put it on the correct tile, place down your main stack, and just be sure to run north so that you're on the same row as the logs by 24 seconds. If you're on the same row at 24, you will not mess up the AC block and can continue the wave as normal. Now for the most complicated wave, Wave 9. Wave 9 starts off the same. OS call, drop your safety food, delay for 12 seconds, and place 4 food north of the trap, and your trail food. Place 5 food on your main stack, drop healer aggro, and grab 2 logs at 24 seconds. Run back to your trap and wait for at least 2 runners to die. Call for your healer and repair the trap. Soft multi-kill 1 runner at either 39 seconds or 45 seconds. Relure the rest of the runners north to the blue tile. Go back to your trap food and pick up the food north of your trap. Then place down all your good food once the runners target your Relure food. Watch where the 48-second runner goes. If the runner goes south or east, drop a bad food. If it runs west, don't drop a bad food. Multi-kill at 60 seconds and call for your healer. Then repair your trap. Drop a good food south of the trap and run to the southern blue tile. Run to the cannon at 68 seconds. OS call and delay for 12 seconds by standing 3 tiles south from the trap. Place 3 food on the northwest tile, place your trail food on the blue tile, and your main stack against the wall. At 24 seconds, drop the healer aggro from the healer that just spawned, then pick up 2 logs and run back to your trap. Call for your healer and drop 3 food on the west tile before repairing. Soft multi-kill at 45 seconds. The last runner will be relured to your main stack. Repair the trap and drop a food west and run to the cannon. At 60 seconds, call for your healer, then run to the top of the cannon to split the healers. When you spam the Omega Egg, don't over spam it, as it can break a force that the attacker does. For the Wave 10 Hendi 1 log, place 1 food northwest of the trap before stepping out of the healer's aggro range at 12 seconds. Then place your trail and main stack. Place food on these marked tiles before dropping the 24-second healer aggro and grab 1 log. Stand in front of the caves until 36 seconds, then place 4 food northwest of the trap. Multi-kill at 48, repair the trap, and place 1 food west. If your first runner runs west twice, adjust your main stack so that it is 1 more tile to the west. This way, the runner will be in target range. Can split the healer by going 2 tiles south of the cannon before you start shooting. This way, the healer will not stand under your heal. Now let's talk about recovering runners out of the range of your food. On waves 5 and higher, because of the delay, the first runner can move twice without you placing food down first. If the first runner goes west twice, place a bad food on this blue tile. It will act as another trail food for it to get back to the trap. If your first runner goes west 3 times, place your bad trail food at the blue tile, then run west and place another bad food just south of where it ended. Then, once it starts running back, pick up your logs. Then another pair of logs should spawn, pick the second log up, and then go back to your trap. Thank you for watching my guide. I will put a link in the description to the BA School Discord. If you have any questions, join the Defender support channel and ask your question in there. Good luck, and I hope you have fun learning the Leech Defender role.